I realized I forgot Salesforce, which is the one that I got into. I will plug Salesforce right here too, because Salesforce, a huge part of the reason that I chose Salesforce was because I did research on the use case for it, which is a lot of businesses use it because they use it to keep track of their sales and their customers, which is a good way to determine if something is going to make money. If you're going to help a company make money or find ways to save money or make money, oftentimes that's a good place to be. And I looked into the demand. It looked pretty solid to me. And the biggest thing was that Salesforce, I will say, has one of the most accessible learning platforms there is. It's designed very user-friendly, and it's also free. You can teach yourself Salesforce for $0 on their site. There's a lot of supplementary material that has sprung up around it that's obviously faster and more condensed. But if you want to teach yourself Salesforce, it's called Trailhead. They've done a fantastic job laying out the different tracks, and they'll give you career strategies, like start here and then get this one and then get this one. And they'll tell you how much you can make at each one. And it's hard to beat how transparent that is. And they've made it really accessible to everybody.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that what I was going to touch on next, which was cost, just because that is obviously one of the most important things, is how much does any of this cost? And before we get into an example, like you said, so Trailhead is free, Salesforce is free. A lot of them are free or relatively cheap, nominal price, for assuming that you can get it, and then you can go and start finding a job. You go, you study, you get the certification, and then you can almost immediately start finding work.
At the high end, I would say $1,000. At the high end.
That's just a ballpark, right? Exactly. A lot of them are cheaper.
My initial cost for Salesforce, I bought 2 courses. So you don't have to do that, but I bought 2 courses. And then you do have to pay to take the test because you're paying for a proctor to watch you take the test. So Salesforce charges you for that. My total cost was $362.
Right.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. And most of the cost was paying for that proctor.
It was the test.
And the practice test. I think you took a practice test. And
a practice exam, and I took an exam, and I believe that represented $250 of that cost. The rest of it was Quizlet questions, flashcards, and just self-study.
It wasn't very difficult. You did it very accelerated. You studied very hard. Not taking that away from you. That being said,
it's not hard to do.
Yeah, you just sit your butt in a chair and learn it and learn the stuff.